Because she recognized that means this is a God thing. Because if God showed it to me in my mind's eye, even though vision doesn't see it in front of me, I still have the mind of Christ to know that what I cannot see right now, the answer's on his way. This I know. Jesus said it, I believe it, and it's so. My Heavenly Father, he knows my needs before I pray, and I can rest assured the answer's on its way. This is where we were in chapter 1 of Nehemiah. This is where we were in chapter 1. They saw ruins. That's all they saw was ruins. They saw a depleted and a dilapidated place that had no potential. And yet God placed it in the heart of a man named Nehemiah to be able to see what God showed him. Sometimes you may not see it. And God sends by somebody that sees it in you. Lord have mercy. That's why I'm so glad Mama prayed for me. Hit me on her mind. Took out time and prayed for me. I'm so glad she prayed. I'm so glad she prayed. So glad she prayed for me. I'm telling you, the preacher prayed for you. Had you on her mind. Took out some time and prayed for you. You better be glad I prayed. So glad I prayed. Oh, the preacher's praying for you. Yeah. The question is, church, can God, watch this now, trust you with his vision? Or will you be limited by the vision of your natural eye? Nehemiah saw the matter by the spiritual substance called faith. He called it as it would be in Nehemiah chapter 2, verses 4 and 5. It reads thus, then the king said unto me, for what dost thou make request? So I prayed to, look at that, see? I prayed to the God of heaven. And I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my father's sepulchres, that I may build it. It's not built right now, king. It's in ruins, king. It looks nothing like the finished product. It's testifying against you, God. But when Nehemiah prayed to God, he had another conclusion. And he was able to speak that in spite of what it is, this is what God said it's going to be. And I want you to know today that when you talk with God, have a little talk with Jesus. Tell him all about your problems. He'll hear your faintest cry. He'll answer by and by. Feel the prayer wheel turning. Know that the fire is burning. Have a little talk. Find a little talk with Jesus. Makes it right. Nehemiah has his marching orders. And he knew what he was to do. It would not matter what the substance Jerusalem looked like right now. It doesn't matter what Bermuda looks like right now. You think I am disappointed and hopeless and who knew? Because God, I talk to God. God has showed me something. Oh, and what he showed me, he's also given me permission from King Jesus. Go ahead and build what I told you to build. And all I'm looking for are some fellow laborers who are going to build with the pastor, who are going to build up Judah, who are going to build up Jerusalem, who are going to build up Hamilton, who are going to build up Bermuda, because Bermuda belongs to Jesus. Belongs to Jesus. What mattered is what God said it would be like. That's faith. And the challenges come when everything testifies against what you prayed for. Yes. You better hold on to that unseen faith. Don't you let what you see mess you up. Don't let what you hear mess you up. And for God's sake, don't let what you feel mess you up. In spite of what I see, in spite of what I hear, in spite of what I feel. God, you said it, and I believe it, and that